So how the mighty have fallen. A team that once dominated English football for centuries, Man United are just not the same anymore.
No manager, no tactics, no ideas, and it's a clueless club.
From floods to rats to players just giving up, Ruben Almiron just can't sort this team out with the time he has got within the club. Hence why I'm going to take his place midway through the season and show him how it's done and bring back glory days for Man United and make them giants of England once again. So here we are then. At Man United, the Devils, we have taken over from Ruben Almiron. And don't get me wrong, I don't think he's doing not too bad of a job so far, but this is Man United. It's one of the best teams in England, probably the most historic team in England with the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea and Arsenal, and they just cannot be sitting in the position they are now. Obviously, we did take over near the end of January in the live starting point, but we have literally just gone past January and updated with the 2-0 loss against Crystal Palace and also the win on the 30th of January there in the Europa League, which means obviously we have gone past the January window. So unfortunately, within our first season taking over, we can't really make any signings at all. What I have done as well, we have got some offers here, but unfortunately they will not be coming in here. We can take advantage though of the free agents, and I'm going to show you right now to kick off this rebuild here today. Alex Vega here, Alessandro De Zelis. I'll probably absolutely butcher that name, I do apologise. I'm looking to bring them in, and I'm going to show you the reason why. Because obviously the window has gone, we cannot make any signings. And if we look at the team here, Anthony has been loaned out to Al Hilal here. We also cannot, unfortunately this game doesn't allow you to loan out the correct players. Also we know Anthony has gone to Real Betis and Marcus Rashford at Aston Villa, but they have been loaned out here. And unfortunately, whilst I was in the deadline day, similar to the correct scores in real life, we could not loan out Ethan Wheatley. And I do believe the young centre mid prodigy, if I can just quickly find him right here, if I just scroll down in Gore here. We have actually found some players coming back from the injury list as well, while simulating up in Luke Shaw and also Evans. But the likes of the Butcher in Martinez, as you can see here, with the recent injury he has, he will be out for pretty much the entirety of the season. But I'm going back to the signings here. As you can see, we only got one right winger in Amad Diallo, so we need to get one there. And also now only one left winger in Garnacho. So we need some rotation within the team there, so not too shabby indeed. But yeah, just to clarify the transfer history right here, we have got the two main men signed out there, so absolutely fine by us. We need to improve that rub. However though, let's deep dive into this team. And to be honest, whilst having a glance at it, I mean what is this? I mean, we can all speak here. Not a Man United fan myself. I've watched them a little time now, but I can definitely say and agree with a lot of Man United fans, this is not good enough at all.
Why do we have to go to shit?
Also got some key players there, like Bruno Fernandes here. Very good player. Amad Diallo, who's been fantastic. Probably one of their star players this season. Onana cannot save a ball to save his life, but, you know, he is in the game. I do believe this keeper should get a bit of a run out, but it is what it is. Onana is a character, let's just say that indeed. Slabhead here, I mean, gets criticised a lot, but sometimes does step up, and surprisingly for England, he really steps up indeed when he does get caught up indeed. But the likes of Christian Eriksen and Casemiro in the middle, I mean, that just isn't good enough. I mean, you've got the likes of Kobe Mainoo, who's fantastic, and Ugarte, but this team definitely needs changing once and for all. However, though, like I said, we can't really make any signings unless it's them free agent players.
At least we can all agree on that.
Hence why we have gone for the 4-3-3 holding. I feel like this is preferred position and formation for Man United. I feel like the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Kobe Mainoo and Ugarte is probably their main three within the middle. As you can see though, we have made the two new signings. I recognise Vega here. I believe the reason why they're free agent is because EA haven't got the license in the game, which we're going to take advantage of. The game is the game. I will be converting this guy to a right wing. You can see in the top right corner, he can originally play there as well. As you can see though, I'm probably going to butcher his name because I'm not the best at pronouncing names. I do apologise in advance. In Collier here, I'm going to get him in the team of a Casemiro. From what I've seen from recently, he seems like a bit of a prospect, so I wouldn't mind trying to grow him up a little bit to where he could become potentially a rotation over the future of Ugarte or Mainoo, who knows if they leave, and maybe a potential star within the team. If we go into the tactics here though and edit tactics, we can see I've actually gone for a counter-attacking kind of vibe with this team with a high defensive line. I want them up the pitch. I don't want to be sitting back like it was for the 5-back formation. I want Dala and Mazraoui running up the wings and applying the pressure towards the attack with the likes of Garnacho and Amad Diallo. I've got Bruno Fernandes on the playmaker and obviously Mainoo on box to box Definitely going to convert Manu into a centre mid-hill and not a DM. I think going forward, he's not too shabby indeed, and I don't think anyone will argue that. He's got a little bit about him when he goes forward indeed. We also, as well, if I can just go into the tactical prism, I'm actually not going to do a custom one because I'm just going to see how this team does black and white. I want to see what they've got in the locker before we go into the next season, but we have pretty much maxed out the coaches here to get as much kind of oomph within the team to really grow without them right there. If we go to the academy though, I'm not really going to deep dive into this season and even probably throughout the whole rebuild. However though, with the generic ones from EA, we have got this guy in Lucas Leclerc here, who could potentially come in as a new rotational left winger if our wingers that we've just signed don't do that successful indeed. Other than that though, there's not much to really do within the season taken over. We have obviously, as we can see here, the FA Cup here where we're still in. We have got Leicester by the time of recording. I'm not sure what the score will be against Leicester. We'll have to wait and see. Going on to the Premier League now, as you can see, Man United, there's a reason why I've been brought in. They are in 13th position. It just isn't good enough at all. And I'd like to speak on behalf of every Premier United fan. We would like to go for Champions League football, but it might be out of reach this season. So any type of European football for this season will do, so we can proper rebuild, sell some players, buy some players, and actually be pushed for the Premier League and FA Cup like we used to back in the day. And they actually kind of agree, finishing the Champions League spot is going to be very hard whilst we're in February. FA Cup, they want us to win it. That would be very good when we take over this team to do that. Europa League would be a bonus to win that one as well, but we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, the time of recording, I'm not too sure. Well, the actual game hasn't actually happened yet with Man United and Leicester. Hopefully, though, with me taking over, we win, and I'm hoping Ruben Almiron in real life does the job for United as well, because it'd be nice to see them going back to the glory days. Other than that, though, like I said, nothing left to do here. All we're going to do now is similar to the end of the season. Hopefully, this team, with the new tactics I've been played within the team, do very well. Only one thing to do now, though, is to find out and simulate to the end of the season. So here we have it, at the end of the season is here. It has arrived with our last game against Aston Villa. How are we going with the league though? It looks like we have won our last 3 games against Chelsea, West Ham and Brentford. I don't see any cup finals, which is disappointing unless we have simulated in the previous month. But how do we get on? And we have come potentially 7th, 8th, 6th, 5th, who knows? It all comes down to the last game of the season. So let's just jump into right here. And let's see where we do come. A lot of growth sometimes in the team here. I mean, we could definitely see it. Garnacho and Amad Diallo. The reason I say sometimes, because sometimes some players, I keep saying sometimes, I do apologise, we don't see much growth. And obviously this season now, we definitely have indeed. But hopefully we get a win against Aston Villa. Got a decent team indeed. And unfortunately, we do lose right at the end with Morgan Rogers and Ollie Watkins, 2 of their key players, getting the goals. Amad Diallo, once again, being the star player for Man United, picks up a goal. And where does that confirm us within the league? And it is 8th, which I do believe is still European football. It could be the Conference League, I do believe, right there, which was our objective from pretty much being near the bottom-ish half of the table. We have worked our way back up to 8th. I mean, it's still not the best season from Man United. And of course, Liverpool actually gone to win the league against Arsenal, with Manchester City making a bit of a comeback, coming into 3rd. But what I want to see in the first season, who was the outstanding players of the season. So let's have a look here, and it goes to Bruno Fernandes. Interesting indeed, 21 and 20. So it looks like, to be honest, Amad Diallo and Alessandro Garnacho have finally picked up and did the business. However though, Rasmus Højlund here, with only 10 goals, 4 in 33 appearances, the striker, the main number 9 for Man United. Personally, that's not good enough. I mean, it's not good enough indeed. Josh Mazursky, I mean, you can kind of give this guy the benefit of the doubt because he was rotational and he's only recently came to Man United in a sense. So we could just give him time. But the likes of Casemiro, Eriksson just isn't really hitting. Kobe Mainoo converted to centre mid. Did have a bad season at the age of 20, 8-1 overall, still got time there. Jadon Sancho seemed like he had a good load spell at Chelsea. Mason Mount, okay, not too bad. They didn't really drop massively, and obviously Martinez is still injured. Lenny Euro gone up a little bit, but not massively. Not too shabby indeed. Let's have a look at the lonely spells though from the attackers. Anthony didn't actually play it again, to be honest, and Marcus Rashford didn't play, but it is what it is. That all comes down to their teams not playing them indeed. Going back into the Premier League now, like I said, 8th position. But how do we get on within the Cups? FA Cup run, and it actually goes to Manchester City against Liverpool. A battering ram in the FA Cup right there. How did we get on? So we actually looks like we lost on penalties to Liverpool, which is a bit frustrating. So when we did take over, we got the win against Leicester and Cardiff City, but we could not get the win over Liverpool. 2-2 had to go to penalties. Unfortunately, Liverpool went all the way to the final, where unfortunately they lost to Manchester City. Carabao Cup though, honestly, shocker in that department. We all know that already. Europa League, this was a bit intriguing because I wanted to see how far we got at Porto versus Lazio. 3-0. Obviously, we have not done well at all here as well. And wow, 2-2 on aggregate, 8-7 on penalties. Ajax there, a decent team to be honest, has done very well indeed. Maybe Ten Hag went back to Ajax, you never know, after getting sacked from Man United. So not the best first season as a new manager. However though, it's a lot better than probably Ruben Amorim could potentially do if he still sits in that position in the league in real life. So we have got European football next season, which we'll definitely be able to build, and especially in season 2 where we definitely be easily better rebuild this team, where we can actually sell and actually buy some players with the budget we have got within next season. So not too bad indeed. We've got 2 offers here from Dalot and Casemiro. Hopefully they're not ones that they want to leave, and Casemiro can block busy once away from the club. I mean, I think I was gonna probably sell Casemiro at the age of 33, 10 million for AC Milan we're gonna do. And Dalot wants to leave the club potentially as well. We're going to try and block it, and ideally it has to be blocked. I want to keep Dalot, sorry. Very good player indeed, but I feel like he's more of a right back. Don't really like him as a left back. I mean, a right foot player would be better for right back. I don't know why I said Diallo, but an absolute shocker, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that though, season 1 not too bad, but in season 2 is where we'll definitely be able to root this team into something very magical once again, as Man Utd used to be. Let's no mess around now. Let's get into it. So here we have it then. Season 2 has arrived, and as you can see, 5 days time we kick off against Tottenham versus Man United. Couple from last season that we took over midway through the season over Ruben Almiron. We did finish 8th and thought we had European competition, where I've had a bit of a shocker.
What do you mean?
Obviously, coming off from last season, it was the last game against Aston Villa versus Man United to secure who's going to be 7th and 8th, and we thought even with the loss we got European competition, but me being very clumsy, honestly, you can only get European competition if you go on to win the FA Cup. Of course, we did not do that, so Aston Villa have come in from the last game of the season, actually secure Europa Conference League football. So an absolute shocker there.
Oh my god, there he is. Look at this twat. Look at this prat.
Hence why you can see in season 2 now, continental success is no objective, which is a big shocker indeed. Going on to domestic success though, finish in the Europa Champions League spot, win the FA Cup. Youth fan, I'm not going to dive into too much here. Get a game streak of, oh, that's not too bad actually. I think we could definitely do that this season. Get 7 games without defeat in home matches this season. We're 100% going to do that. But going off from the continental success, obviously had a bit of a shocker there. However though, with the changes that we've implemented into this team so far, and potential signings coming through the window where we can finally build this team into what we want to do, I think we could be able to hit it actually correctly this season and not make the mistake in season 1. So here we go. We've had an absolute washout of this team. Starting off with Anthony coming back. He is going to Newcastle now. Just don't think he's a Man United quality player. I just don't think he can really lace the boots off of being a United player. Same with Andre Onana. Has his games now and then, and with an offer with West Ham for 40 million, I can't turn that down. The same with Luke Shaw. An offer came in for Marseille, 13 million for Luke Shaw, and we've got a lot of options in that left back compartment right there, so I don't think we really need to get another rotational left back indeed. Marcus Rashford actually goes to Newcastle as well. 26 million. I wanted a bit more, but they just didn't want to go for it, so we just let him go for 26. Jadon Sancho, Chelsea, obviously liked what they've seen from him from the loan spell, so he's actually been sold for 60 million, which I think is a bargain. Victor Lindelof has been sold as well. We have actually made the real life signing of Patrick Dorgu because we couldn't really make it, so he is going to come into the team. Harry and Mess gone on loan, Gore Wheatley, and also Joshua Zirkzee. Obviously with Rasmus Højlund not really performing that much, he has got better potential within this game, and I feel like this guy just needs to go to a different team to grow up. I was hoping to go send him European football, but he's actually gone to Chelsea, so I'll be intrigued to see how he gets on. And Lenny Euro, the same with him. I think we need to sign maybe an actual world-class centre-back. A young like himself could probably come back after going below more with a team like Brighton. They definitely need a centre-back, and I think Lenny Euro could be the man indeed. Which now dives into the team management, and we can have a look now on where we need to improve. Definitely the striker role. I mean, Rasmus Højlund didn't really put the numbers up that we saw from last season. So we're going to also look for a brand new striker. Dalot will be going into the right back like I wanted to do, with Masri dropping to the bench now. And I feel like an actual starting left back would be probably the best move as well, with maybe a starting new centre back as well. Because I like Martinez, but I just think with the height he's got, he doesn't scream like the players that United used to have, like a Man Utd, Ferdinand, Stanley, you name it. I feel like Delin, also I'm not comparing him to them greats that I've just mentioned right there, but he's got the overall and the age, and I think he just gave a bit more time over Martinez. So what I'm thinking, maybe dropping Martinez to the bench here and bringing in a brand new centre back as well. I did want to give this guy a shout, but considering we maybe want to push for the Premier League this season, that's it. I have confirmed it. I do want to go for the Prem this season. No messing around. This is Man United. We need a bounce back straight away. Top 3 also would take, but Champions League football, the FA Cup, you name it, we need to go for it as well. We haven't got any European competition, like I said, for the mistakes, so that might help us. We can concentrate on other competitions, but actual starting goalkeeper would probably be the way forward as well. The rest of the team, though, I think we don't need to massively upgrade. I think Ugarte, Mainu and Fernandes was fantastic. Diallo, Garnacho had decent stats. I think other than that, though, we just need to make a decent couple of signings within the team and actually make this United team better like it was from season 1. And starting off, we have to bring him back to the Premier League. It's going to be Harry Kane. And you're probably wondering, why have you not gone to the very hate linked with Ruben Almiron striker potentially getting in Victor Gyokeres? The reason why I've got this guy, because one, he knows how to get it done in the Premier League. I reckon he could return back to the Premier League, and any team, it probably would be United to break records. And Radcliffe wants Man United to get Harry Kane for the 54 million release clause, believe active in 2026, would be going into that year in season 2. We couldn't get it done because it was 150 million release clause, but we was able to get it done for 105 million for Harry Kane to be our number 9 at Man United. Into our second signing, it goes to the left back row, and we went to Bournemouth. We've actually hijacked this deal from Monaco. He was on the verge of going there, but we're going to keep him in the Prem in Milos and Kirkez here. 21 million with a swap deal with Malacia in the left back row is what I'm looking for. I did say in season 1 I want fullbacks that can bomb on the pitch, hence like Dalot, and I feel like this guy, he's incredible for Bournemouth. And I think with the swap deal and the wage we've given him and the market we've all gone for him, I think it's a great deal for Milos Kirkez. Now it's time to bring in our goalkeeper, and he's one of the hot prospects in the world in Restes. We've actually gone from Wolfsburg, so I think he went from Toulouse to Wolfsburg, correct me if I'm wrong. At the age of 20, the overall of 81. We did pay a whopping 50 million for him. We've used this guy before in my rebuilds, and I think everyone knows about this kid. He's an incredible talent, and I think at Man United, he could be incredible in terms of growth. Game face as well, which is an absolute bonus. Our new number 1, no Onana. We've actually got someone who's got a pair of hands and an actual brain, let's just say that, in Restes. Incredible goalkeeper for our new number 1 at Man United. Now into our final signing, it goes to the centre-back row, and I did say I want to see and find that new wow factor, but I want to find someone who would be potentially the next big thing in the English department in the centre-back row, and I feel like that could potentially be Everton's centre-back, Jared Braithwaite here. Age 23, the overall of 80, I think he's got a bit of potential about him. Paid a decent 30 million for him, around that margin anyway. I think he's a good player to start beside our main men at the centre-back rows. So welcome Braithwaite to United. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be the signings for Season 2. A lot has changed within the team. As you can see, Harry Kane for 105 million, Kirkez for 21 with the swap deals, rested and around the 30 region mark, 35.5 million for Braithwaite right there. And this is what the team is going to look like for Season 2. So if we go on the team management here, Harry Kane, Diallo, Garnacho. Midfield stays the same with Braithwaite and Delint, Restes and Kirkez. So literally 3 brand new players, a whole different defence really for Man United. I'm hoping this man here can grow up massively throughout this season and really prove to me he could be the next English sensation in the defensive line for us. Good team indeed. The only thing I'm going to change as well is, like I said, I want to go a bit more back into tactical presence. Season 1 I kind of just left it to see how it was, but I feel like now we need to neutralise the wings. Garnacho and Amid Diallo cutting inside. Harry Kane kind of being our poacher up top would be fantastic and I think work beautifully. Other than that though, the team is pretty much ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, a lot of changes within the team. Our first final season where we can actually make some dramatic changes within the team. This is where it could prove to be good or bad as me as manager. Am I going to be the chosen one? Let's see in Season 2. So here we are, then the end of the season for Man United has arrived. Let's say we got the result there. Oh, no, we didn't. All right, okay. In the top right corner, it did say we win 1-0. But it looks like we have got a final here. Chelsea versus Man United. And it's 0-0. Not sure what the result's going to be because obviously it doesn't show if we've won on penalties. So we'll have to see it on the other screen. Have got Fulham away here. We did get the win right there, which is okay. It's a bit glitched because on the right-hand side, sometimes it tells us if we win or lost as well. But on the left-hand side, on the main piece here, it says if we win or not. So it's a bit glitched out. But did we win? And we did. As you can see on the 16th, we won on penalties against Chelsea. And it means we have got our last game of Crystal Palace. And we've come second in the league as well. So it looks like a very good season for Season 2 with Man United. Let's get into this game here. And let's get the show underway. The one standout bit for me is that there's no Garnacho. So potentially he could have left in January. But it looks like Vega, who we got on the free agent, was we took over in Season 1, has done well. But can we do it at Old Trafford today? And we do 2-1 with Harry Kane and Vega there getting the goals. The question is, have we won any more silverware throughout the season? We've also just won the FA Cup, which is fantastic. Very good. And we're going to see it here, actually, to be fair. So there's any more silver? There's 2 trophies there. So I believe that is the Carabao Cup as well. So Season 2, we have ticked off 2 trophies. Carabao Cup, a trophy that I normally don't really achieve with these rebos. But we'll have a look now. So second in the league, Arsenal, Mikel Arteta has finally got it done. He's got past Manchester City, but Man United is on the rise. FA Cup here, 3-0 on the penalties. 2-1 against Sheffield there, 3-2 against Newcastle, 2-1 against Aston Villa, Brentford, and it goes on. Carabao Cup there, 2-1 against Liverpool. Bit of a tighter final, that one there. 5-4 against Manchester City on aggregate. They beat us at Old Trafford 3-1. They tried to climb back, but in the first leg, away to them, vice versa then, really, in the home and away games. A bit strange, but it is what it is. We have done really well. 3-0 on penalties. We're doing really well when it comes to pens. Anyway, very good indeed. Arsenal there as well, who just won the league. So 2 trophies ticked off this season. So a very good season for Season 2. And that's a brilliant benchmark to go into Season 3, where we can really shine. As you can see now, though, we have got a contract expiry with Christian Eriksen, it seems. And I believe we cannot rotate him. So maybe a new rotation of centre mid. We still got people like some Mason Mount and Gore coming back as well, which is nice. But in terms of stats here, who was the outstanding individual? And of course, Harry Kane with the goals, 26 and 37. That's why we had to bring him in, because he's getting goal threat. Amad Diallo's gone up quite a bit now. Bruno Fernandes probably being the outstanding player for the whole rebuild. Jordan Braithwaite, 6 and 3, going up a little bit. Looks like he could be a massive star in the near future. Kobe Mainoo. And Vega, I was going to say, he's only played 25 games, so it must have been Garnacho must have left. So let's have a look here and confirm it. Let's just see if we go to transfer history. Austin must have had a fell out. I mean, he's been like that with him and Marcus Rashford in real life. So, kind of maybe potentially realistic. But where did he go to? He went to the Saudi League. He went for the money.
I want this money.
He has done a John Duran. He's gone for the dollar. And now he's in 86. So 70 million, all right, not too bad, not too shabby indeed. I mean, other than that, though, has been a fantastic season for Man United, and we didn't need Garnacho because Vega has stepped in when we needed him to most and done unbelievable. If we now go to the objectives here and see how we got on there, so confidence rating 84, we will definitely take that right there and finish the season with a profit margin of 85 million. So if anything, Garnacho helps out there. Domestic success double ticked right there, and get 7 games for his feet in home match this season, 21. So very good indeed. When 3 seasons signed for the best players as well, we might be able to take off in the next season, especially in the left wing department. We need to really boost to that if we really want to go and try and beat Arsenal to the Premier League, or City, or Liverpool, and maybe go one step forward the Champions League, which we have 100% now got European football for Season 3. So here we have then into Season 3, and as you can probably see, a lot of deals are coming through. We have simulated the first game, which will be the FA Community Shield. A lot of stuff has happened within the team, and we're going to have a look at right now. However, though, we have got some offers here, which we're definitely going to reject. That all 3 of these players are going to stay, especially this guy. I haven't got a clue who he is, but he's going to stay within the team. But let's go to the transfer here and sort this out straight away. Transfer history, and there's only 3 players. Ethan Wheatley there, 3.8 million goes to Copenhagen right there. Lautaro Martinez, obviously with the likes of Braithwaite coming into the team, Maguire being Maguire, he wanted out. So 34 million to PSG, you know, a good team to another good team is absolutely fine. And I decided to line out Daniel Aguero as well because he's not going to get much game time within the team. We have as well, if you could probably notice as well, might have noticed, we haven't got the Youth Academy player anymore. And the reason why is because we promoted him within the team. But he did get loaned out as well. Whilst I was simulating up to the new season, we simulated out to Augsburg. A very good team for him to grow up. And he had the potential to be special. However, though, now let's get on to the main team, though, where stuff needs to happen dramatically. Obviously, Vega, thank you for your service with Garnacho leaving the team, but we need a very good left wing if we want to potentially go for the Premier League and the Champions League. I feel like another rotational centre mid, like I said, over Ericsson, over Higuil here, with Mount would be probably the best, and I would say a little bit better of a right winger, I would say, just in case we have a bit more injuries within the team. And also, like I said, we want to go for the bigger trophies, and a 76 rotational right winger might not do the cut right there. We have got a bit of a tasty budget, and I actually helped out with Martinez selling as well with 226 million to spend within the team. Before we sign some players, though, we have to, I don't know why I was going to say contracts then. I suppose it would be contracts, to be fair, with some new players. We're going to go on to the objectives, and of course, win the league, win the FA Cup, and they actually want us to win the Champions League. So me and the board have the same mind flow here. They want us to go for the same things, which is very nice indeed. Other than that, though, let's see if we can make some signings, and maybe, who knows, go for the Premier League and the Champions League. And we go to start off with our mega signing, 70 million from West Ham, our new left mid / left winger in Mohamed Kudus here, overall 85, the age of 26. A lot of money for this guy, a big gamble on him, but I think him and Garnacho are kind of similar players. And no offense to West Ham, but they've got a diamond in that team, and I feel like he could be quite a good player if he ever came to Man United. I'm not sure if he was linked with them in the beforehand going West Ham or when he was there, but I think as our new left winger, he's very dynamic, very rapid, can cut inside, got a nice little shot on him, great dribbler, and I think he would suit the red and white colours very well at Man United. So on to our second signing in Season 3, and it goes into the rotational role in the right winger that we was looking for in Edon Z. Grover here from the French division from Lille. A very good player indeed. Has got a lot of abilities about him, a lot of traits as well, and he's actually accepted a rotational role for a whopping 41 million. A lot of money to be spent there for a rotational right winger. However, our budget is massive, so why the hell not? Not a bad player. Could do the job as a rotational right winger. And for our final signing, it goes to the rotational centre mid. I wanted someone that had a bit of strength, a bit of power in that centre mid over Mason Mount, Ugarte, Maino and Bruno Fernandes. So we went with rotational, which he has accepted here from Juventus, 6'4", French star in Keprem Thuram here. Not the striker, the centre mid. Very dominant player in the centre mid row. Rotational contract has been accepted for 14 million. Very good rotational player to get in Man United. So with Thuram being our last signing, we can implicate these players going into the team right now. So let's go and do that before we simulate to the end of the season. So Higuil here is going to go off for Thuram. Kudus is going to go into the left wing here, as we can see. And I believe we're pretty much nearly done. And Vega will drop to the reserves. Saying that though, I feel like we just drop him for Mount, because I feel like throughout the simulation it will just work its magic regardless while switching players around. And Zengrover, of course, goes in for Zenjayas right here. So very good players indeed. Of course, I will convert right mid to right wing. The same with Kudus. Should be absolutely fine. But I believe with some of the growth within the team, this team is definitely capable of going for the Champions League now. 2 seasons in, obviously we've won the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Is looking very tasty indeed. I have also taken the liberty as well, gone on the tactical present and actually hiring out, get rid of some actual coaches and get some more 5 stars, as you can see. So it should be a little bit more of a booster to complete it for as well. And the reason why as well I did 3 signings in this one is because, if you can see here, and if you can remember, long term, as you can see, within 3 seasons signed 4 of the best players. We was 1 of 4, but now we are 4 in 4, so we are ready to go to see how we get on within this season. We're not going to be silly here. We know what we want to aim for here. We want to retain the FA Cup. We want to go for the Carabao Cup. We want the Champions League. We want the Prem. We want the quadruple. But other than that, though, we've got 2 main trophies, the biggest ones of all, the Premier League and Champions League to take off. Are we going to get it done in Season 3? Who knows? Or are we going to have to go in Season 4 and play the long game? Let's see what happens in Season 3. So here we have that the end of the season has arrived. It looks like Wednesday, May the 12th here. We beat Fulham 3-1 away. Who we got next? And we got Manchester City. Is the Manchester Derby, the FA Cup? Can we go back to back here? And we do, with an absolute battering ram against our rivals. And then we have got Bournemouth to follow up that. I hope we can win this continuous spree here. A draw. Okay, I mean, that's not too bad, I don't think. Hopefully, we will see us in the Champions League after this screen right here. And maybe, if we beat Spurs, win the league. Can we do it? Are we asking for too much? And we are in a final. It's against Borussia Dortmund. But how is the Premier League table looking? And we are top of the league, but it's literally come down to the last game of the season. So let's have a look at what the table is saying with the rest of them. I was going to say we've only lost 3 games, to be fair. Community Shield, we've done that one, and we did. So that's 3 trophies, including the FA Cup we know we've won already. Carabao Cup's at 4, and no, Aston Villa going to beat them right there. Champions League, though, gone to the Super Cup. Manchester City beat them, fair enough. Manchester City's got that trophy, to be fair. Manchester United versus Dortmund. Semi-finals, we beat PSG 4-3. Borussia Dortmund at the Emirates. Fantastic. 4-0 on aggregate and 3-0 in the second leg. Fantastic from them. Bayern Munich, big game right there. 2-0, aggregate 3-2. Very good indeed. Milano, and the list goes on. We're looking fantastic this season. But can we get past Spurs, though? Is the treble potentially on? Or the quadruple, if you're going to count the Community Shield here. Match day. Bruno, our captain's got a red card, which is a bit unfortunate. All place him. Can we get the result here? And it's a draw. Mason Mount with Johnson with a goal at the end, but as Man City bottled it, they've drawn as well, so that means we've got very fortunate. We have gone on to win the Premier League. We should do, and it will just clarify it right now, because we know this game, it is EA. They do tend to bug out, but let's just go on it now. Very lucky at the end, but 1 point does the job there. Got to give it to the team that drew to Manchester City. We'll scroll down here if we can. 3-0 against Arsenal, I was just seeing. That's fantastic. And we can get to see it here. Let's have a look. Aston Villa, thank you very, very much indeed. They have done the bits to us for there. But now it is time for the Champions League final. Before we get... Oh, and Delint's got an injury, which is a bit annoying. Didn't actually see that in the last game, which is a bit unfortunate. But good job we have got Lenny Euro and the likes of Harry Maguire. I am actually just going to apply these player roles because also that just gives us that extra bit of oomph within the game to help us out in this final. So let's just keep going down here. Anyone else? We've got Thuram as well. He's going to put only by 1 surprisingly. Kobe Mainoo doing fantastic. Just keep on playmaking. I'm just going to apply these now. Amad Diallo, the star boy, not like his former teammate Garnacho who went for money. Before we get into this game as well, has anyone left the club in the January like we saw with Garnacho? And I don't think, no, we haven't. No one's gone. So that's very good indeed. But here we go. Champions League final. Can we do the quadruple here? That would be fantastic indeed. The Community Shield, the Premier League, the FA Cup, and now the Champions League. That would be absolutely unreal right there. So Lenny Euro is going to go into the team. Delint, massive loss right there. And I do believe if we can get him in, Harry Maguire will go in as a substitution in the centre-back row right there. A very good game indeed here. It's actually going to be at Old Trafford. Wow. So a bit of an advantage for us right there. But can we do it? It is Champions League final. Borussia Dortmund versus Man United. Let's get into it. So here we have it then. Borussia Dortmund versus Manchester United in the final. Disadvantage here, but mistake straight away. And we're going to try and capitalise it with Harry Kane. It's in the box there, Harry Kane. Horrible touching. Can we get up for it? So we can't. I can't even get into my bloody speech. It's happening already. Bruno. Good touch from Bruno on the half volley. Still alive here. Overlapping run. Into the box there. Kudos. And it might still be alive still. And I think it is. God, I was going to say, I can't even talk into the game, but a credible final so far already. 10 minutes in, United going for already. A very good game indeed. Obviously, Fergie on the payroll here. Having it at our home stadium. I know it says a kind of technically, in a sense, away in the top right corner, as you would normally see in a league game. But we are playing at home. I must admit, United... Oh, it's a horrible touch there. I was going to say, we are cooking so far. But saying that, our defence have disappeared. It's kind of like the Ten Hag and the Ruben Almiron defence at the moment. It's inconsistent, sir. At the back. Very inconsistent indeed. Good play this. And Yanni! Good save from Restes. It's the reason why we got him in, because he just grew up so rapidly and overall. And this final is cooking indeed. Now Dortmund are pressing the attack now. How there's not a goal already in the first 20 minutes, I don't know. Right, wide there. Obviously, Fergie has won the treble before back in the day, but can we do it with this team here? It's a good challenge from Euro. That is such a Brexit challenge. And we're just going to stride with the ball there. I had to concentrate there, hence why I wasn't speaking. What a Brexit challenge indeed. I mean, that could have been really bad. That could have been a red card as well, and a pen. But we committed and gambled, and it paid off. And now we're going to be through again here, and the pitch is... It's one of them games where the pitch is very wet. It's very slodgy. It just stops at the literally after a pass. Harry Kane wants it. And Harry Kane will get it, trying to cut inside against John Stones of all bloody people. John Stones and Gabriel is the partnership. I mean, Man City and Arsenal right there. I mean, that's just a bit weird, isn't it? But fair enough, Dortmund, it worked. Harry Kane wants to pass through, and it's a terrible wide ball from Gabriel to intercept it right there. Poor from Kudos. I don't know how there hasn't a goal. 0-0, but it's an entertaining 0-0 to say the least. Oh, look at that. That's unbelievable. Strength there. I mean, it will be a foul. He probably did barge him too far. I thought he was going to barge him off the pitch into the stands. Euro really stepping up into this final. Might not have played as much with Delin being our best defender in the team. And one in the game as well in this rebuild world, if you wouldn't recall it as that. Correa there into Lopez. Lopez into Sabitzer. Sabitzer. And the Euro goes across there. Coquez, good block. And that is going to be half-time. How there hasn't been a goal, I do not know. But it's been entertaining so far, say the least. Both teams have an incredible chances. More Dortmund, I would say. So we need to pick up in the second half. But goalless in the final so far. Right, gentlemen, 2 changes. Starting off with the man on the ball now, Firm. He comes onto the pitch. Just want a bit more physicality in that middle of Menu. How to impact this game. And Madrid comes in for Dada because he hasn't really been involved in being an attacking fullback. Hence why he's on the pitch here today. Ugarte. Good play this. Bruno. Into Kudos. Pose it back there into Diallo. Can't get it off though. Unlucky. That should be ours. Well done. Great sub there for myself so far. Then a Euro going to strive it. Gets the path in time. And Kudos now. Could go for the long shot here. Kudos! Good save from Kudos. A weird, very slow shot. But I have to challenge the keeper. Fair enough. Corner kick here. Bruno looking for a good delivery. Put into the box there. Firm is there, but it's not the best header. It's literally gone out for a throw-in. That's how poor that header was, actually. Very bandy. Livramento. They've literally signed one defender from every Premier League club, I feel like. Newcastle, Arsenal, Man City. I mean, am I going to see a Liverpool fullback and Andy Robertson in a minute? I mean, what the hell's going on here? Savitzer. Into Dyer again. Lopsa. Into the very, very good player indeed. And Julian Braithwaite there. What a challenge. I mean, we took a gamble saying, you know, I want the next big thing in centre-back, and I've definitely found it right there. How high he's grown up in overall. And that challenge there is just world-class. Mercury there. This is the attacking fullbacks I want here. Couldn't get it, but it's still alive. Back post is still on here. Audacious one. Bro thought he's Ronaldo. Kirkez. I thought it was Kirkez. No, it's not. It's Ugarte. I thought it was Kirkez there. It did look like him for a second. Now it's Kirkez. Can he flick it? He can't. And Bruno being a tactical yellow card there. I do like that. Considering the fullback was out of position. Bruno takes one for the team, as the captain should. And gets the yellow card to stop a potential attack happening for Dortmund. Gabriel into Livramento. Kane been very quiet this game. He's been so quiet, but that's the beauty of Kane. He can just come out of nowhere and do something special. Just gotta give him a chance. Ooh, that's unlucky. And Kane does get it back there. Not the best pass though. What the hell was that pass? A simple away ball. It was a poor one. 80th minute here. Dortmund looking a bit passive. Now they find a gap. Garte. Twisting and turning. Nemeka there. That's a good turn there from the keeper. Oh, it's gone wide. Oh, I sound like Gary Neville. Emre Can. Vega comes on for Kudus there. How that didn't go in, I don't know. That was an absolute wonder strike there, but it has gone wide. Good pass. Come on, Bruno. Wake up. Vega. Harry Kane wants it, but we cannot get it to him. Can't find the gaps in this team. That's a great bit of run there. That's a good ball over the top. 90th minute here. This would be typical to concede here. Ball to the back post. Got to get there. Restes does. United are struggling and just get the ball out. And I was going to say, I did hump up the pitch. We go to extra time, but I don't know how Dortmund have won this final. If it stays like this, Dortmund will win this and we'll go into season 4. Bruno has to talk to his team. I've got to talk to them and wake them up for extra time here, because this has been quite poor. So, gentlemen, into the extra time and 2 changes. Harry Maguire and Dorgo come on for some very tired legs here in the left back and centre back role. They are in the game. See how they could do here. Both went well. Fantastic. Ball down line. Harry Kane make the run. Harry Kane might get a bit fortunate here with the bounce. And Harry Kane. Surely Harry Kane. He does! Harry Kane. Out of all bloody people, I said, give him something to do. He only needs one chance, and he can pull it out the bag. And Harry Kane is coming back to England to become the legend he was meant to be. He couldn't do it at Spurs. He went to Bayern, did bits there, but he's returned to England to potentially be on a quadruple. What a finish from Kane. Come on. So Man United lead 1-0. Where we should have probably lost in the final 90 minutes. But don't write Dortmund off here. Here they come again here. Jota there. Dorgo. The new signing for United in real life. Fizzes that ball. And what a ping that is to Vega. The guy who shouldn't really be in this team. In a sense, we signed him from a free agent because the Mexican League, I believe, is not in the game. Bruno. That's unbelievable from Bruno. And Bruno trying to find a bit of room here to Bruno Fernandes. Try to go for it. Just got to hold off here now. Don't want it. Got to try and defend this now. There's a foul. And it goes into Maguire. Fantastic from Harry Maguire there. And all that United's got to do is just hold off for this last 15 minutes. And we have done it. Can we do it? That's the question. We need people like the experienced players like Harry Maguire and Kane to step up here. Come on. So I said about Harry Kane, but we need fresh legs up top to hold the ball. So Rasmus Højlund comes on the pitch for him. That's the only signing. So what? Oh, I've lost my head. I can't even. I'm trying to concentrate. And I'm saying the wrong bloody words as per usual. What a surprise. But he's got to be on the pitch here. There's a little dink in that middle there. Can we hit it back down? Nothing dangerous. Nothing dangerous here. Don't even need to technically go forward. People are probably fuming at me watching this video thinking, how are you holding it up against, you know, an AI in career mode? I mean, Dortmund look good. Dorgo there. Rasmus in the box there. It's gone the back post. Firm, get up for it. That's that physical battle I was talking about. Adeyemi. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Adeyemi, that's one player. And that's fantastic. You know what? You can't see me, but I have clapped in my room because that is fantastic from the fullback right there. Incredible. That is what you got to do in dire moments. But come on, we've just got to defend this. Firm, surely that's yours. Out we go. Come on. No, he's headed out the wrong bloody way. What are you doing? It's corner kick. This is the last chance. I don't know how the keeper ain't up. We're going to ring Restes out a little bit there. It's gone in. And out we go, Dorgu. Where your bloody name is. Right, blow the whistle. And I think that's it. And it is. Man United have done a quadruple in the Community Shield, the FA Cup, the Premier League, and now the Champions League. United are officially back as European giants of the world. An incredible final, regardless, it could be 1, 2, 3, 10 goals. The only goal from Harry Kane in the 96th minute is what decided this final here today. Credit to Dortmund, because I must admit, for one of the first time ever, I was very nervous holding that ball up for the last 20 or 30 minutes right there. Very hard team to go against. They deserve to get to the final. You could say they deserved the final, especially in the 9th minute. They got robbed with our whistle blew. But with Fergie in the stands on the payroll, we've done the business. And Bruno Fernandes lifting the trophies that he wants to do in real life, hopefully one day. He does it today under new management by myself. And here he is. Challenge completed. What a team. We continue on. And as we can see, the generic EA trophy celebration on the bus. 3 trophies there. Can you count the Community Shield as the quadruple? I mean, we can, and technically it's a shield technically, but it is a trophy. No Cabero Cup though. We're unfortunate. I don't know why our team's wearing the full kit. It's a bit strange. I mean, you know, they're not playing the match, are they? I mean, they should be in trackies or something. I don't really know, but we'll take it. Man United have done the bits. We will take it. My job here is done. Let's continue on. And so there it is then. We have completed this challenge with the United rebuild. With Harry Kane, it seems, with 38 goals for the season, 11 assists. Is he going to get the Ballon d'Or? In my eyes, he should do. 11 goals out of 60 in the Champions League is ridiculous. Kudus as well. Fantastic from the winger's perspective there. Better than Garnacho that we had. Kind of glad he's gone for money now, because it made way for Kudus indeed. 32 goals. What a signing. Diallo, the new star boy at Man United in real life, 20 and 16. Bruno Fernandes, probably the most consistent player, I would say, in terms of stat-wise and goals and assists throughout this whole rebuild. Kobe Mainoo, I mean, we've seen it. He's very good going forward, and I feel like Ruben Almiron's kind of implicating that into his game. And we've done the same with 12 and 11. Dalla, Ugarte, Vega. Fantastic. I mean, Rasmus Højlund, not getting the old mad goal there too, but not too shabby indeed. We also got Josh Osurki. I mean, he's had a bit of a shocker in this rebuild, but it is what it is. I mean, he had the Chelsea spell, so he, in a sense, he's had one. Leclerc here, we do not unfortunately get to see this Hoss prospect. I feel like if we was going to season 4, I would have sold maybe the left winger in rotation and just got him as rotation. Obviously, it would have been Vega leaving and Kudus and Leclerc because he's got pretty potential, this guy. Age 17, 71 overall. But unfortunately, it does end here as we have done fantastic. Very, very good indeed. To wrap up this video though, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see my career stats. So let's get into it right here. As you can see, 1 club, 1 league title, 3 domestic, 1 continental. Our biggest win, 6-1 against Seville, and our biggest loss here, 4-1 against our rivals in Manchester City. 136 played, 95 wins, 22 draws, and only 19 losses. Fantastic. Within really 2 seasons, well, 2 seasons and a half, if you're going to count really the first season when we took over in February. But that was why I got brought in. Ruben Almiron couldn't really do it wrong, and we failed to fix it and make United the best team in world football once again. This is the final team, and here it is right here. Team management, an incredible team. Harry Kane finally stepped up in the final. Bruno, fantastic. Unfortunately, Delint couldn't get the gameplay that he wanted, the actual appearance in the final, but he will collect his medal. What a good team, though. Very good team. A lot of personalities from this team, like people like Vega here. Fantastic. Kudus turned into a world-class winger. Mainoo converted to a centre mid and turned into an absolute baller one. And also finding the England sensation, the next one in Blanthwaite right there. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, if you did like this video and want to see more, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.